One of the most crucial aspects to any campaign is research. Without a deep understanding of your political terrain, you're moving blindly, like a pilot flying without instruments. You have to ask yourself, who are the players in your district? Every district has power brokers who shape its political landscape. These include business leaders, union organizers, major donors, local media figures, advocacy groups, and influential community organizations. Understanding their interests and relationships can reveal the real forces driving elections. What are the core concerns of the electorate? It's not just about what people say they care about, it's what they actually care about, what moves them to vote. Issues like the economy, crime, education, and healthcare hit differently in each district depending on demographics, income levels, and historical voting trends. Is your district in economic decline, or is it experiencing a boom? Are small businesses struggling while big corporations thrive? Has immigration changed the workforce? Avoid relying on hearsay, party narratives, or echo chambers that may focus on issues disconnected from the electorate. Instead, conduct independent research to grasp what truly matters in your community. A great candidate does not campaign on their priorities alone. They campaign on what voters care about the most. Consider Franklin D. Roosevelt's 1932 campaign. While his opponent Herbert Hoover focused on defending his economic policies, FDR read the mood of the nation. He understood that Americans wanted hope and bold action, not more explanations. His New Deal messaging resonated with suffering voters and reshaped American politics for generations. Now apply this lesson to your district. If unemployment is high, don't waste time debating national trade policy. Talk about job creation. If housing costs are skyrocketing, address affordability, not abstract economic theory. You want to campaign on what actually impacts voters' lives. Understanding your opponent is just as important as understanding your district. You are not running in a vacuum. You're competing for votes. Break down the historical election results in your district. Who won previous elections? Study past campaigns, not just the final vote counts. What issues defined those races? Did voter turnout fluctuate? Was there a surprise victory or underperformances that we just weren't expecting? What coalitions supported them? Did they win with suburban moderates, working class voters, minority communities? Did endorsements come from unions, groups, or religious leaders play a role? Have voter demographics shifted over time? Some districts undergo rapid change. An area that was once solidly working class might now be attracting wealthier professionals. Immigration, urbanization, and generational turnover can all shift electoral math. Who are the core supporters of your opponents? Are they backed by establishment political machines? Do they have strong ideological appeal, or are they coalition builders? Which messaging resonates with their base? If their supporters are passionate about specific issues, don't dismiss it. Understand why these issues matter to them. Which vulnerabilities exist in their campaign strategy? Do they have a weak ground game? Are they ignoring certain voting blocks? Are they prone to gaffes or scandals? Consider the Kennedy-Nixon debates of 1960. Richard Nixon had experience and policy expertise, but John F. Kennedy understood the power of image and presentation. By mastering the new medium of television and exuding confidence and charisma, Kennedy turned a close election in his favor. He didn't just debate policy, he understood how voters were making their decisions. In your own campaign, you must ask, how are voters consuming media? Are they watching local news, reading Facebook rants, or scrolling TikTok? Where do they get their information? Is it talk radio shaping their worldview? Are they engaged in community meetings, or do they vote based on name recognition? How can you maximize the impact with the right message channels? Some districts rely on traditional media, newspapers, radio, local television. Others are shaped by social media, Instagram, TikTok, and Snapchat. If you invest resources in the wrong platform, your message won't reach the people who matter the most, voters in your district. Understanding the economic forces in your district is just as critical as knowing its political landscape. Who are the largest employers? Are they manufacturing plants, tech startups, hospitals, or government offices? If a major employer threatens to leave, that can become a campaign-defining issue. Which industries dominate the local economy overall? Is your district reliant on tourism, energy production, finance, agriculture? Each industry has its own priorities, regulations, and local lobbying power. Which economic anxieties drive voter concerns? Is automation threatening jobs? Are housing costs outpacing wages? Are small businesses struggling against corporate competitors or high taxes? For example, in 1992, when Bill Clinton ran for the presidency, he focused relentlessly on the economy, coining the phrase, "It's the economy, stupid." He understood that voters weren't looking for grand ideological battles. They wanted someone who grasped their financial struggles. By the time you've conducted your research, analyzed voter data, and assessed your own strengths, you'll reach a critical moment. Are you ready to run, or do you need to refine your strategy. Political history is filled with campaigns that were outspent but still won because they had a better strategy. Take Barack Obama's 2008 primary campaign against Hillary Clinton. Initially, Clinton had the advantage in name recognition, fundraising, and establishment support, but Obama built a superior grassroots organization, outperformed in caucus states, and used digital outreach more effectively. That strategic edge turned a long-shot candidacy into a historic victory. So before you take the plunge into the political battlefield, ask yourself, do I know my terrain? Do I understand my opponents? Have I identified my strengths? If you can answer yes, then you're ready to fight and win. So, good luck on the campaign.